90 Day Fiancé fans are buzzing after Matt Branistareanu dropped a major bombshell about his future with Jasmine Pineda. What seemed like just another chapter in the ever-dramatic franchise has suddenly turned into one of the most talked-about developments in recent weeks. The revelation came unexpectedly, catching even the most dedicated followers off guard. For months, viewers have been speculating about the dynamics between Matt and Jasmine, analyzing every social media post, every subtle hint, and every public appearance. But now, Matt himself has stepped forward, and what he had to say is changing everything. According to insider reports and Matt's own statements, the relationship between him and Jasmine may not be heading in the direction fans originally believed. While the two had sparked curiosity with their interactions, leaving many to wonder whether a deeper connection was forming, Matt has now made it clear that things are far more complicated behind the scenes. In his statement, Matt hinted at emotional challenges, differences in priorities, and the intense pressure that comes with being in the public eye. He emphasized that while there was genuine respect and understanding between them, the reality of maintaining a relationship under constant scrutiny had taken a toll. Fans who have followed Jasmine's journey know that she is no stranger to high-profile, emotionally charged relationships. Her time on 90 Day Fiancé has been filled with dramatic ups and downs, passionate moments, and headline-making conflicts. So when rumors began linking her to Matt, expectations were already sky-high. But Matt's recent comments suggest that the story may not have the fairy tale ending many were hoping for. He went on to explain that timing played a crucial role. According to him, both he and Jasmine are at very different stages in their lives. While there may have been chemistry, aligning their long-term goals proved to be a significant challenge. He hinted that personal growth and individual priorities ultimately took precedence over pursuing something more serious. This revelation has sparked a wave of reactions online. Some fans are expressing disappointment, saying they were rooting for the pair and believed they had real potential. Others, however, are praising Matt for his honesty, noting that it takes courage to speak openly about such personal matters, especially when millions are watching. Social media platforms have been flooded with comments, theories, and debates. Was this the inevitable outcome, or is there more to the story that hasn't been revealed yet? Adding to the intrigue, Jasmine has remained relatively quiet following Matt's statement. Her silence has only fueled further speculation, with fans wondering whether she agrees with his perspective, or if she has her own side of the story waiting to be told. One thing is certain, this situation is far from simple. As the story continues to unfold, viewers are left questioning what really happened behind closed doors. Was this a mutual decision, or did something unexpected lead to this sudden shift? And perhaps the biggest question of all, what does this mean for both Matt and Jasmine moving forward? The answers may not be clear just yet, but if there's one thing fans know, it's that the 90 Day Fiancé universe always has more surprises in store. As the buzz around Matt's statement continues to grow, more details are beginning to surface, painting a clearer yet even more intriguing picture of what may have really happened between 90 Day Fiancé star Matt Branistareanu and Jasmine Pineda. Sources close to the situation suggest that the connection between Matt and Jasmine wasn't as spontaneous as it appeared to fans. Behind the scenes, there were reportedly conversations, moments of closeness, and even discussions about what a future together might look like. However, as those conversations deepened, so did the realization that their differences might be too significant to overcome. Matt reportedly expressed that one of the biggest challenges was navigating expectations, both personal and public. Being linked to someone as high-profile and outspoken as Jasmine meant that every move, every word, and every interaction was under a microscope. And according to him, that pressure created tension that was difficult to ignore. He also alluded to the emotional intensity that Jasmine brings into her relationships, something longtime viewers of 90 Day Fiancé are very familiar with. While that passion can be exciting, Matt hinted that it can also become overwhelming, especially when both individuals are trying to balance their personal lives with public attention. At the same time, Jasmine's perspective remains a mystery. Her silence is being interpreted in multiple ways. Some fans believe she is choosing to take the high road, avoiding unnecessary drama and letting the situation settle. Others speculate that she may be preparing to respond in her own way. possibly with revelations that could shift the narrative entirely. Adding another layer to the story, fans have started revisiting past interviews and social media posts, looking for clues that might explain the current situation. Small details that once seemed insignificant are now being analyzed with intense scrutiny. A comment here, a caption there, everything is being re-examined. Interestingly, some viewers believe that this might not be the end of the story for Matt and Jasmine. In the world of reality television, relationships are rarely straightforward. Breakups, reconciliations, and unexpected twists are all part of the journey. And given the history of 90 Day Fiancé, fans know better than to assume anything is truly final. Meanwhile, others argue that Matt's tone suggests a sense of closure. His emphasis on personal growth and moving forward independently has led many to believe that he is ready to turn the page and focus on a new chapter in his life. Still, questions remain unanswered. Was there a specific moment that led to this decision? Did something happen behind closed doors that hasn't been revealed yet? Or was this simply a gradual realization that things weren't meant to be? As speculation continues to build, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The story has captured the attention of fans in a big way. And just when it seems like all the pieces are starting to fall into place, there's a growing sense that an even bigger revelation could be on the horizon. Because in the world of 90 Day Fiancé, the drama never truly ends. It only evolves. As the story reaches its most, fans are now waiting for what could be the final piece of the puzzle in the unfolding situation between Matt Branistareanu and Jasmine Pineda. In the days following his initial statement, Matt reportedly doubled down on his stance, making it increasingly clear that he is ready to move forward, independently. He emphasized that while his connection with Jasmine was meaningful in its own way, it ultimately served as a learning experience rather than the beginning of a long-term relationship. According to sources, Matt has begun shifting his focus toward his personal life, career opportunities, and future goals outside of the spotlight. He hinted that being involved in the world of 90 Day Fiancé brought both opportunities and challenges, but also taught him the importance of clarity, boundaries, and self-awareness. For many fans, this feels like a definitive conclusion. However, just as the narrative seemed to settle, subtle changes on Jasmine's side began to raise eyebrows. Observant followers noticed cryptic posts, emotional undertones, and indirect messages that some believe could be her way of responding, without directly addressing Matt's claims. While she has not issued an official statement, the tone of her recent activity suggests that there may be more beneath the surface. Some fans interpret her silence as strength, while others believe it's the calm before a major response. And that's where the story takes one final, intriguing turn. Insiders now suggest that this situation may not just be about a relationship, but about timing, personal transformation, and the realities of living life in the public eye. Both Matt and Jasmine are individuals who have experienced intense emotional journeys, and sometimes those paths simply don't align, no matter how strong the initial connection may seem. Fans are now divided into two camps. One group believes that this chapter is officially closed, that Matt has made his decision, and both individuals will continue on separate paths. The other group, however, remains hopeful, pointing to the unpredictable nature of reality TV relationships. They argue that as long as there is unresolved emotion, there is always a possibility, no matter how small, that their story could take another turn in the future. But for now, the message from Matt is clear. He is choosing himself, his growth, and his future, without any uncertainty. And whether Jasmine chooses to respond or remain silent, her next move could redefine how this entire situation is perceived. Because in the world of reality television, especially within a franchise as unpredictable as 90 Day Fiancé, endings are rarely permanent, and every conclusion has the potential to become a new beginning. As fans continue to watch, speculate, and debate, a shocking new rumor is taking over the 90 Day Fiancé universe. And this time, it's something no one saw coming. Fans are now asking one big question. Are Jasmine Pineda and Nikki Exotika actually a couple? It all started with subtle hints, small moments that didn't seem like much at first. But as fans of 90 Day Fiancé know, nothing stays unnoticed for long. Every post, every interaction, every appearance quickly becomes part of a much bigger story. The speculation began when Jasmine and Nikki were seen engaging more frequently on social media. Comments, emojis, and supportive messages started catching attention. At first, it looked like simple friendship, two reality TV personalities showing love and support for each other. But then, things started to escalate. Fans noticed a shift. The tone of their interactions began to feel more personal, more emotional, almost intimate. Some followers pointed out that their exchanges carried a level of closeness that went beyond casual friendship. And in the world of reality television, where relationships often blur the lines between personal and public, that was enough to spark a wildfire of speculation. Soon after, rumors started circulating that the two may have spent time together off camera. While there's no confirmed footage or official statement, insiders hinted that Jasmine and Nikki had been in the same locations at the same time on more than one occasion. Coincidence? Maybe. But fans weren't convinced. Adding fuel to the fire, both Jasmine and Nikki have been known for their bold personalities and openness when it comes to relationships. Jasmine, in particular, has never shied away from expressing her emotions, while Nikki has built a reputation for being unapologetically authentic. So when their worlds appeared to collide, fans immediately started connecting the dots. But here's where things get even more interesting. Neither Jasmine nor Nikki has directly confirmed or denied the rumors. Their silence has only made things louder. Some fans believe this is a strategic move, letting the buzz build, keeping audiences guessing, and staying at the center of attention. Others think there might be something real happening, something they're not ready to share just yet. And then there's another theory. Could this all be a misunderstanding? In today's digital age, friendships can easily be misinterpreted, especially when viewed through the lens of millions of curious fans. A simple comment can turn into a headline, and a friendly gesture can quickly become a viral rumor. Still, the question remains. Why hasn't either of them addressed it? That silence is what's keeping this story alive. As speculation continues to grow, fans are diving deeper, revisiting past episodes, analyzing interviews, and dissecting every online interaction. Some believe they've already found proof, while others remain skeptical, waiting for something more concrete. One thing is certain, this rumor has taken on a life of its own. And whether it turns out to be true, false, or somewhere in between, it has already become one of the most talked about topics in the 90 Day Fiancé community. But the biggest twist might still be ahead. Because if there's anything fans have learned from this franchise, it's that the truth often comes out when you least expect it. As the speculation continues to spread like wildfire, fans are now digging deeper than ever, trying to uncover whether there is any real truth behind the rumors, linking Jasmine Pineda and Nikki Exotika. What once seemed like harmless online interaction has now turned into a full-blown investigation by the 90 Day Fiancé fan community. Some viewers claim that the clues are too strong to ignore. They point to specific moments, comments that feel unusually affectionate, posts that appear to be timed perfectly, and even matching vibes in their photos and stories. While none of this serves as concrete proof, in the world of reality TV, patterns like these are often enough to raise serious questions. There are also reports suggesting that both Jasmine and Nikki have been communicating more frequently behind the scenes. While this hasn't been officially confirmed, insiders hint that their connection has grown stronger over time, something that fans believe could explain the sudden shift in their public interactions. But not everyone is convinced. A large portion of the audience believes this could simply be a close friendship being misinterpreted. After all, both Jasmine and Nikki share similar experiences, being part of a high-pressure reality TV environment, facing public scrutiny, and constantly having their personal lives analyzed. For many, that shared experience alone could naturally bring them closer together. Still, others argue that there's a different kind of energy here, something that doesn't feel purely platonic. And then there's the way both women have handled the rumors. Instead of shutting them down, they've remained noticeably quiet. No clear denials, no direct explanations, just subtle posts and indirect responses that seem to keep the mystery alive. Some fans even believe that a few of those posts may contain hidden messages, though nothing has been confirmed. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Jasmine has been at the center of intense relationship speculation. Her journey on 90 Day Fiancé has always been filled with emotional twists, dramatic moments, and unexpected turns. But this situation feels different because it introduces a completely new dynamic that fans haven't seen before. And Nikki? She's no stranger to attention either. Known for her bold personality and strong presence, Nikki has always embraced the spotlight. But even for her, this level of speculation is something new, especially when it involves such a high-profile connection. As the conversation continues to grow online, theories are becoming more complex. Some fans believe this could be a soft launch, where a relationship is hinted at gradually before being officially revealed. Others think it could be a strategic move to generate buzz, possibly tied to future appearances or projects. And then there are those who believe that the truth is being deliberately hidden, for now. Because in reality, TV, timing is everything. Revealing something too early or too late can completely change how it's received by the audience. And both Jasmine and Nikki are experienced enough to understand how to keep people talking. But here's the real question. If there is nothing going on, why not simply say it? That unanswered question continues to fuel speculation, keeping fans hooked and conversations alive across social media platforms. And just when it feels like the mystery couldn't get any bigger, there are whispers that something even more revealing might be coming soon. A statement. A confirmation. Or perhaps a complete twist that no one is expecting. Because in the world of 90 Day Fiancé, the line between rumor and reality is never as clear as it seems. As the speculation reaches its peak, fans are now when the truth will finally come out about Jasmine Pineda and Nikki Exotika. After days of intense online discussion, theories, and non-stop debate, the situation has evolved into something much bigger than just a rumor. It has become a full-blown mystery, one that the 90 Day Fiancé fanbase is determined to solve. But here's where things take an unexpected turn. Sources now suggest that there may not be a clear-cut answer, at least not yet. According to insiders, Jasmine and Nikki's connection is real, but the nature of that connection remains unclear. Some describe it as a deep friendship built on shared experiences, trust, and mutual understanding. Others believe there could be romantic undertones, but nothing has been officially defined. And that uncertainty is exactly what's keeping everyone hooked. In recent developments, fans noticed that both Jasmine and Nikki have continued interacting, but in a more careful, controlled way. The tone is still warm, still supportive, but less revealing than before. It's almost as if they're aware of the attention and are choosing their actions more deliberately. This has led to a new wave of theories. Some believe they're trying to protect something private. Others think they're intentionally keeping the mystery alive. And a few are convinced that there's simply nothing to hide. But then comes the biggest question of all. What do Jasmine and Nikki actually want people to believe? Because in reality, television, perception can be just as powerful as reality itself. There's also the possibility that this entire situation reflects something deeper, not necessarily a relationship, but a shift in how connections are portrayed within the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Fans are used to seeing traditional relationship dynamics, but this rumor has opened the door to new interpretations, new conversations, and new expectations. And that alone makes this story significant. Meanwhile, neither Jasmine nor Nikki has made a definitive statement. No confirmation, no denial, just enough activity to keep the conversation alive, without giving anything away. For some fans, that silence feels like an answer in itself. For others, it's simply not enough. But perhaps the most realistic conclusion is this. Not every connection needs a label. Sometimes, what people share can exist somewhere in between. Something personal, something evolving, something that doesn't fit neatly into expectations. And until either Jasmine or Nikki decides to speak openly, the truth will remain just out of reach. So, where does that leave us? For now, the answer is simple. We don't know. And maybe that's exactly how they want it. Because in the world of